This is my Tiger 900 GT Pro motorcycle. I recently bought a 5-inch Android Auto CarPlay device to fit to this motorcycle. Although the Tiger 900 GT Pro has a very simple built Bluetooth connection to my Android phone to enable navigation, it is not a great application. So I prefer to use Android Auto, which connects to my Android phone. I do not want to install this Android Auto to the existing windscreen adjustment handle because the diameter of the tube is very small. So instead I bought this 22mm steel tube bracket. So join me in this video as I install this steel tube bracket to where the existing windscreen adjustment handle mounts. In addition, subscribe to my channel and you'll get notification when I upload the step-by-step video where I set up a test bench for this Android Auto CarPlay device and also do a step-by-step installation to my motorcycle. This is the GPS device mounting bar for my Tiger 900 GT Pro windscreen. I bought this mounting kit in order to be able to install this 5-inch Android Auto CarPlay Bluetooth device to my motorcycle and connect this device to my motorcycle headset as well as my mobile phone. So let us unbox this and see what's inside. This is the motorcycle navigation bracket. This is a 22mm diameter tube and this is a 12mm diameter tube, and there are two L brackets, a screw and flat washer to install this tube to the bracket, as well as a bigger flat washer to install this to the motorcycle windscreen mount. The tube that I will use will be the 22mm tube. I need this bracket because the existing windscreen adjustment handle on the motorcycle has a diameter that is close to 12mm, and that's too small to clamp the Android Auto navigation device. So I essentially bought this bracket to have this tube diameter. Let's assemble the bigger tube to the 2L brackets. To do that, I will use this Dynagrip thread and nut locker with low strength. Apply a little bit to the thread. Screw the tube in. Now for the left hand side. Now to use a 5mm hexagonal Allen key to tighten the screws. That should be tight enough. Next I will install this to the windscreen. I've put a piece of cloth under the dashboard screen so that if I drop any washers or nuts, it's not going to fall into the motorcycle. I have here a 19mm spanner and a 5mm Allen key. The spanner is to hold on to the plastic windscreen mounting boss on this side, and to use a 5mm Allen key to loosen the adjuster fixing. Just be careful not to let the adjuster spring and flange sleeve drop. That's the adjuster fixing and the adjuster spring. And there's also a grey plastic flange sleeve. I'll put these items away into a magnetic tray. Now to work on the right hand side. Same thing, use the spanner to hold on to the windscreen mounting boss. Then use the Allen key to loosen the adjuster fixing. Make sure not to drop the adjuster fixing and adjuster spring and the flange sleeve. There we are. So the three items. Now back on the left hand side again with the 19mm spanner to hold the mounting boss. Again the 5mm Allen key. Loosen the screw on the front side, which is holding the windscreen adjuster handle. This is the screw on the front side. Now for the right hand side, I will remove the factory supplied windscreen adjuster bar. This is what this attachment looks like at the front end. That's the forward facing, and this is the rearward facing end. So where the bracket end fits, it is flush. I will remove this bracket, instead install my replacement bracket here. So after I remove the original windscreen adjuster handle, I'll replace it with my mounting bracket. As you can see, the thickness of this bracket is thinner than the original, so there's a little bit of gap, and I think what I'll do is put a rubber washer here between this metal bracket and the perspex windscreen. So I've cut 2 pieces of rubber grommet, so when I fit the bracket over that, there's a little bit of a gap. I've made my own washer so that when I put my replacement bracket in there, this washer sits in there. So I will install the right hand side first. Now for the left hand side. Now to install the adjuster fixing, adjuster spring and flange sleeve on the left hand side. This is just to hold it in position. The same thing for the right hand side. I have here a torque tool, torque wrench. It operates in the lowest torque range, 1 Newton meter up to 8 Newton meters. What I need is 3 Newton meters, so I will adjust it. If you look at that red line, that red line is now aligned to 3 Newton meters. I have a 5mm Allen key here. I will need my 19mm spanner. Alright. So that is 3 Newton meters. Same thing. Now for the left hand side at the front. Three Newton meters. Done. All 4 screws are tightened to 3 Newton meters. The installation is now complete. I'm happy with it. I hope you enjoyed this video of the installation of this mounting bracket. This means that I can get on to my next project, which is to install this 5-inch Android Auto CarPlay device with my own set of clamps to this 22mm round tube. So my Android Auto device will mount somewhere like this. Do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more, and you will get notification when I release my next project videos. Thank you so much.